All right, here's the plan. We're gonna climb up that mountain real quick. We're gonna check out these sculptures and the statues and whatnot, and then we're gonna head right back down and get out of here because we're on a tight schedule. We got 350,348 kilometers on the car. There's your mileage check. They got military checkpoint here. Why is that? Because this route is coming from Iraq. All we know is it's easy to bribe people in Iraq. Let me rephrase that. All we know is it's easy to get around things with money in Iraq, if you know what I mean. Bro, that guy just flew through. I don't think these things even matter. We're heading just northwest of Marcin, where we'll be finding, I guess on one of these mountains, you got some old, oh my God. Come on, dude. Like, guy's backing out of the off-ramp. God. What is this, the dump? Google Maps, man, Google Maps. If we wanted to drive to Beirut right now in Lebanon, 8 hours. 8 hours that way, I'm Beirut. Crazy. With my car that I brought from Canada. This is Adana. All right, I'm 8 minutes away from the best kebab place in town for not making him an invisible lane. Shut up. All right, guys. Well, that was a nice little drive for the mountain. Yeah, so we drove through the mountains and now we're coming up close to the coast. I'll show you here. We're just, we were inland and now we're just coming up near the coast. I have some exciting news. I've decided we're gonna go to the Mountain of the Gods. It's 30 minutes away. It does add an hour because of 30 minutes back. It's the opposite direction. But we get to see Marcin. Marcin is a beautiful little city on the coast. And there's a beach. I'd like to go take a swim, and then we'll head over to Abraham's supposed birthplace. I wonder if the Jewish people believe that that's where he was born. Because it says locals believe he was born there, but historians do not. So where do Jews fall in that? Because I know Abraham is big in the Jewish religion. That would be interesting to know, wouldn't it? Let's ask ChatGPT. You know what, let's ask her these things when we're there. For now, we go to Mountain of the Gods, and we just enjoy the last few hours of this drive before we head into Iraq. And then we're in season 2 of Throttle and Thread. And we'll be building a new life in Iraq. Something like that. Out of Iraq. Building a new life out of Iraq, and then I go back on vacation. Got to Bambara. Get out of my lane, bro.
I'm an orchestra. I play music to give you hallucinations. Kiss me on my lips. I'm an optic girl. I'm a nice girl too. I'm an optic girl. Anything for you. Me, come on, rock steady. You a thunderstorm. Walk into a room, everybody turn around. You a maniac, sexy, why I love you. Roll the fattest bit, baby, let me hug.
I see vineyards, I think, on this drive, because usually the route I usually take has all that and all the farmland, and we didn't really see much of that. All right, now once we get back onto that route, because we're just going and taking a little detour. Well, we're on the opposite direction of the highway that we should be getting onto, and we're just trailing back west, west a little bit to just near Marcin. The mountain's actually pretty much in the suburbs of Marcin, and this is the bus route. This is usually, so the buses usually drop south a lot quicker than we did. We started heading east, and now we dropped south. So now we're down south. Once we get to Adana, which is like maybe 30 minutes to an hour behind us. We're gonna be going back that way. Directly south of us would be Syria and Lebanon. So Syria would be not too far, but we get even closer to the borderline later. But the Lebanon will be directly south beneath Adana. And if you look on a map, that's how it's positioned. And that's kind of where the ocean does like an L shape. From the Turkish coast, it goes, the coastline is basically along the south of Turkey. And then once you hit Syria, the ocean drops down. Sorry, the coastline drops down and it goes along the Syrian and Lebanese borders. So that's just to give you an idea geographically of how we're positioned right now. So the ocean being to my left right now, and we're heading west. Okay, I thought of another way to surprise my family. One of my uncles has a pastry business, so I could run up on him and show up to his store. There's no guarantee he's gonna be there, you know? He might have workers or something. That's another way. That still requires me to get into Mosul, which I'm not sure I can do with the car. I mean, we could try. It's just gonna be like a little sketchy with, and especially with all this. Eventually we're gonna have to get to Mosul, you know? But with nobody knowing I'm there, nobody with me, a weird story like, yeah, I just drove from Canada, that could get us through, you know? That could be the thing that gets us through. I'm better off acting like I don't speak Arabic, you know? No. I'll start the interaction with the border guard. Hey, how are you? You know, just the most fucking English sounding guy, and then that'll throw them off a little, and then I'll go into Arabic. If I go into Arabic, they're gonna be like, okay, what's this Iraqi guy doing with Canadian license plates? And I'm talking about getting into Mosul. Like, this isn't even the hard part. Yeah, I mean, that's actually the hard part. I'm more worried about how to get into proper Iraq than I am about how to get into Kurdistan. Because Kurdistan is a lot more lenient with how the requirements for bringing a foreign vehicle into Iraq for temporary purposes. Whereas Iraq requires you to have a carnet de passage. What that is, it's a document that allows you to cross through all these Eastern countries. A lot of countries require it, but in the EU, they don't require it. You just need insurance and all that. But for those countries, they want to prevent illegal importation of vehicles, so they don't want you bringing your car in pretending like you're a tourist and then keeping it there. And because they have rules, they have either high taxation or they have rules like in Iraq, you can only have a car that's 2 years or newer, only up to 2 years old is allowed to be imported to Iraq, and that's how they maintain clean, nice vehicles on the road and not having like shitty imports of like, I don't know, broken down Kias and Hyundais. They don't want that coming into the country. For one thing, for the economy, and second of all, for like the aesthetic look and like just the presentation of the roads and making sure all the vehicles coming in are safe to drive. But I think more so for the economy. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're dealing with here. And Kurdistan, it's no issue to come in with a carnet de passage. The reason I won't get one is because you have to put a deposit down till you're done traveling for the value of the vehicle. And in my case, they probably gonna charge more than the actual book value. They'll want like $10,000 to $15,000 deposit that they'll just hold on to until like basically tell them I'm done traveling and won't need the document anymore. I don't want to do that. I think there's easier loopholes and ways around that, and I don't know, we'll just have to, you can't really figure these things out until you're there. So you got to go through it to learn it. It's not something you could Google. It's not something ChatGPT can help us with. All we know is it's easy to bribe people in Iraq. Okay, let me rephrase that. All we know is it's easy to get around things with money in Iraq, if you know what I mean. It's a lot more vegetation here on the coast. Also, if we continue to head west down this coast, we would eventually hit Antalya. Antalya is basically like the resort city of Turkey. It's got nice beaches, nice resorts, nice hotels, nice nightlife. Yeah, it's basically like the vacation spot for the region. And even Westerners, lots of people come here to go on vacation in Antalya. It's a well-known spot. It's very beautiful. Look it up. It's probably a good like 2.5 hours from us, just for perspective. And we're starting to come into Marcin now. We're like 15 clicks out. We would have technically came this way if it didn't take us for the north route, but we would have not seen the Salt Lake and we would have not seen Cappadocia. I'm glad we went that way, although it is a lot less scenic. This route is very scenic, and now it's gonna start not being scenic because the nicer part is down west. As you come down from Istanbul south and then start coming east this way, this is kind of where it stops. And then once we get past Adana, still a bit nice, but eventually you'll see us start rolling into desert. So this is actually the route the bus takes. And not just that, we're basically doing a circle because we went east for the north, then we dropped down south here. Now we're heading west for the south. So if we continued doing this, going this way, we would do a circle, and because this would lead us back to Istanbul eventually. If we headed, we went all the way down west and then back up north, we would be getting to Istanbul again. We're technically commencing the circle, but we're not going to finish the circle. All right, here's the plan. We're gonna climb up that mountain real quick. We're gonna check out these sculptures and the statues and whatnot, and then we're gonna head right back down and get out of here because we're on a tight schedule. I wanna make sure we're getting to the border early in the morning tomorrow, so I don't wanna be stuck in 45-degree weather. Because yesterday at around 11, remember I was like, oh, it's pretty, it's not that cold. Sorry, it's not that warm. And it was like, what, 25, 27 around 11 a.m. Right now it's 11 a.m. We're at 34 degrees and we got 350,348 kilometers on the car. There's your mileage check. That's a good mileage check. We've hit our birthday here. And we're still celebrating the birthday. We gotta get oil. That's the birthday gift. And the service maintenance light went to orange. Not red yet, but oil change is pretty much due. And to my standards, it's already past due. What else? I think that's it. Oh yeah, and today, probably around 2 o'clock, we'll see 40-degree weather. We didn't see it yesterday, but now we're enough south and east. We're gonna see some pretty high digits here. I hope not, but I think so. They got military checkpoint here, so sometimes they probably do random checks on the highway, and they could pull you in for secondary right there. See that? Why is that? Because this route is coming from Iraq. Before you start getting deeper into Turkey, I think they want to check you out. We're going for a toll here. Oh well. Bro, that guy just flew through. I don't think these things even matter. I have a strong feeling these are all just for looks. So we are north of Marsin. Marsin is more on the coast, and we're heading just northwest of Marsin, where we'll be finding, I guess on one of these mountains, you got some old statues. The mountain's back there. Yeah, so Marsin's right over there, behind these hills here. Don't tell me it's that big mountain right there. I'm not climbing no mountains. Got us a big Turkish flag out on the mountain over there. Very typical. You see that in Kurdistan too. And Iraq, I think, does that too. They're not as proud as Kurdish. Well, actually, Iraqis are pretty patriotic. Oh my god. Come on, dude. Like, guy's backing out of the off-ramp. Just take the L, you know? Just take the defeat, go around. By the way, Marsin is a beautiful city. I've passed through before. It's very nice looking. This is the stadium here. Soccer stadium. So you see, we're just on the outskirts, but it's very nice. Marsin Stadiomo. Where are we going here? Tell me to turn. Where? This don't look like, you know, fucking... It told me it's a 30-minute hike. It don't look like you can do a 30-minute hike out here. They clean up the highways. Clean up these side streets, man. Damn. Look at this garbage. Oh my god. What is this? The dump? Guys, the car just literally slid across the corner. I don't know why. These roads are super slippery. I don't know why. Look, it doesn't look like it, but it is. Or is it the heat? I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a bunch of dust on the road. This guy's just parked in the middle of the road. There's nobody in the car. And this is where the GPS has brought me. Uh-oh. This don't look like no Nemrut Daggy. Oh boy. It wants me to go in here. I think that's a walk-in situation. Yeah, that's a walk-in situation here. We'll just park up right here. We'll go find this Nemrut Daggy.
Confusing. So there are actually two Mount Nemrut locations that often get mixed up. One is the famous Mount Nemrut with the giant ancient statues, which is actually in the Adiyaman province, and that might be the one that's further away from you. The other is a different, less famous Nemrut near Mardin or that region. So it sounds like the one you're at isn't the one with the big statues and the archaeological site. It's a pretty common mix-up. So yeah, that's probably what happened.
Guys, we drove here for nothing. It's 7 hours away and closer to Iraq, but not on our way. It's like, it's north of, yeah, it's not, we're not doing it. We just drove an extra hour for nothing. Well, it'll be an hour when we get back, but yeah, anyways, keep moving. We're gonna go see Abraham's town here. 4 hours, 52 minutes. Whatever. I should have went with my gut feeling there. Should we stop in Adana? Yeah, because there's traffic after Adana. We're gonna stop there, get some food. Adana kebab. 1 hour from here, and we would probably be 30 minutes away if it weren't for this. But here's the thing. Can't believe it fell for that. Yeah, so there's yeah, Google Maps, man, Google Maps. Okay, so this is where we're at. This is Adana, and as you can see here, we have the Mediterranean. Right? Is it the Mediterranean? Yeah. Cyprus is right there. So Cyprus is almost below us. And this is the Mediterranean Sea. And right here you got Lebanon. So you see Adana, you go straight down, you got Lebanon. And then Syria's right here. Syria's bordering. So Syria kind of goes around Lebanon. It goes north. It's south and north. Oh my god, south and north of Lebanon. It's like cups around it, and Lebanon is kind of just in between it. And then yeah, so Syria, look at how close. This is the border, right? See the border? This black line right here. And if you look here, this road is a road in Turkey. That's the highway we take to Iraq, and this is the Syrian border. Like, we come up literally right against it. And yeah, so we got quite the ways to go. If that's 5 hours from us right there, and we got to get all the way over here, so we still got quite a bit. So let's get going. At least I don't have to climb no mountain today, and at least it's closer to Iraq, so maybe we'll do it another day. Yeah, so I would honestly pass into Marcin to show it to you guys, but we already just killed 30 minutes for nothing, and it's 33 minutes extra to go that way because it's showing me an ulterior route to go from Marcin, and it adds 33 minutes to the route. And I'm just, this one kind of drained me. I'm not pissed off, but you know, we drove for nothing. Look it up. Look up Marcin. It's not like we're gonna do anything in it, so driving through ain't gonna do much. Man, I like this whole morning thing. I've turned into a morning person, and it's really nice. Wake up early, get my shit done. You know what's really nice in Iraq? As a child, we always used to sleep on the roof. Why? Because it gets cold at night, believe it or not. It gets very cold at night, especially past 3 a.m. And we always stay up late anyways, so we're up until 12, 1 o'clock, and we'd sleep on the roof. We had like these, basically like these plastic pallets, and you set up your bed on them. You don't want to be straight on the floor. First of all, your bedding would get dirty, and there's cockroaches. So we set up these pallets. We never have any issues of cockroaches coming into the beds. They're not like that, these kind of cockroaches. And if anything, they're scared of us. They're not like Toronto housing cockroaches, okay? And these ones are big, but they're less annoying, I guess. They're still really nasty and creepy. You'll see them. But yeah, so we set these beds up and we sleep on the roof. We tell stories, sleep on the roof, and it's lovely. You know why? You wake up, the sun's in your face, and you're forced to get up. And you can't sleep in. Why? Because if you sleep in, you're gonna be sweating balls. There's gonna be 40, 50 degree weather over your head and you're trying to hide under a blanket, it's not gonna work. So that's what I like, and that's probably what I'm gonna do, is sleep on the roof, especially in the winter, because they won't do it, but I would definitely do it because I'm used to that kind of temperature. Like 15 degrees to them is very cold. To me, that's like ideal weather to sleep outside with a nice thick duvet over you. And if that keeps me waking up early, because I know once I start sleeping inside, I'm gonna go back to being a night owl. And honestly, sleeping outside, like in the car, has really helped my sleep schedule, and I like it. I've been waking up early, I've been doing a lot more of my days, and we've explored an underground village. Okay, and since then we've driven 2 hours, and now we're in Marcin. We're headed for Iraq. We've done a lot, and it's not even noon yet. It's 11:33 a.m. Look at this. These are the outskirts of Marcin. What a beautiful place. That's Marcin over there. Yeah, amazing. So we'll check you out in Adana. If there's anything nice along the way, I'll film it. And I'm gonna get me an Adana kebab, the best sandwich ever. It's like yay long, and it's just so good. Adana kebab is a mix of beef and lamb, and a lot of lamb fat, and spicy. They make it spicy. It's really good. Did I tell you guys how much that lunch was yesterday? So I got a doner wrap and I got a kebab wrap, and they gave me salad and water and tea complimentary. All that was 350 Turkish lira, which is like 3.5 euros, not even. That's insane. I had 2 really good sandwiches, plus a salad. I was full, I was good, you know? Hit the spot, $3.50 or €3.50. Just in case you guys are wondering, if we wanted to drive to Beirut right now in Lebanon, 8 hours, 30 minutes, and we would be in Beirut. That's pretty insane. Like, the fact that I'm in this part of the world where, you know, I could go 8 hours that way, I'm Beirut. Crazy. With my car that I brought from Canada. It's never gonna get old, guys. It's never gonna get old. Bro, this fucking truck is trying to like pull into us here. Both of these guys. Absolute morons. He was literally pulling into the Passat in front of me, like going into him. The guy was tripping balls. Like, we might be in the Middle East, but that's not how you drive. It's 11:56 and it's 37 degrees. We're gonna hit 40 real soon, and it's hot. This is Adana. It's ridiculous, the heat. Oh my god, I gotta turn the AC on. I've been rotating between AC and opening windows, but opening the windows right now is just like hot air. Just hot air, very hot air. This bus shouldn't even be in this lane. This is what goes on here, like. Oh man, I hate sneezing when driving. Like, how are you supposed to do that? Bro, this Tesla is insane. He's like doing the most. He's doing the most. Somebody should take the pizza from these Tesla drivers. They got too much torque. You guys see the way that guy was like just ready to serve? He didn't care. He couldn't speak English, but at that restaurant the other night, like, yes, sir, yes, no problem, yes. And like, he was just wanted to serve, you know? I didn't get that kind of service in other countries. I won't name them, but I got quite the opposite. Albania was good though. Albania was good. Greece was really good too. I didn't go any restaurants in France, so what was left? right, I'm 8 minutes away from the best kebab place in town. We're gonna have a nice lunch, a nice strong lunch, and we'll be back on our way to Iraq with a little tour of Abraham's village, or whatever the hell, whatever it's supposed to be. It involves Abraham the prophet. Yeah, boy, yeah, Ibrahim's and Abrahams. See, I'm gonna miss these roads when we get to Iraq. I don't know. It's funny how my car didn't even come up in the vehicle registry with the insurance company when we were getting the insurance for the car coming into Turkey. It does not exist. Reason being, they didn't really make that many 550s for the European market. Barely any. It just didn't even come. All he had was 520, the 520 diesel. Adana kebab, Adana kebab, Adana kebab. I think I got the accent there. Adana kebab. Some guy is aggressively honking at these people here for not making him an invisible lane. Shut up, bro. Like, there's literally 2 lanes and he wants a third. He wants a third, and he's losing his shit because he can't get his way. Like, you're a loser. You're actually a retard. Some people are just so, like, so entitled. All right, we're in Adana. There's some bridges there, city, trees, streets. A little rough, it's a little gritty, but it's nice.